We have seen throughout the 2 weeks of marches now, several incidents where police were clearly just out of control, swinging at protesters, knocking down the man getting knocked down in Buffalo. You could say that the public has had enough. They are fed up. And we got a sign of that in Los Angeles because somebody left something on the doorstep of actually a pretty infamous LAPD division. And that would be the Rampart division.
Rampart division. They were setting up people, fake cases or false arrests.
It was a symbol back in the late 90s of just how bad police corruption can be. So this is what they found on their doorstep.
So yeah, they left a pig head on a spit, a dead pig head, obviously, but it weighed about 30 pounds. I talked to someone who dealt with it, and there was a march that morning from MacArthur Park, which is nearby, all the way there, and it was left there. And it's just an interesting thing what's going on because cops have been getting, is it a sign? They're taking a threat. Cops they're kind of looking to see what this meant, or is it just, hey, you guys are pigs and that's what it is. But cops have been getting some very interesting threats, and they've been warned: don't have the blue line, don't have the KMA on your license plate or anything to advertise you're an off-duty cop. There's been cops that have been followed home. There've been social media threats to hack them, and people are trying to get their personal information and put it out on the websites and other places, which gets really scary.
Yeah, it is really scary. But I think that the whole country has just got to realize that these reactions are this decades and decades and decades of abuse, and people have had it. And I think the reaction to this should be, let's reform these police departments so that we can flatten this curve of animosity.
Harvey, let's talk about the LAPD. I mean, they are not the same LAPD they were 30 years ago. Rampart is different. In fact, Chief Michael Moore was actually one of the captains brought in to clean up Rampart afterwards. And you can't say that it's the same. LAPD is such, working with the community. We've done stories where they go into with the projects and they work on their own time. This is not the same. And, and these departments are all getting lumped in as one.
But Dennis, let's not forget what we're talking about, what people are marching about. There's an incident right now that they're investigating. The officer who beat up that guy, again, his partner was standing there watching him flailing, throwing haymakers at this guy who he claimed was resisting arrest, but there was no evidence of that on the video, on their own body cam.
What we need to do is understand where the anger is coming from and then fix, because every police department needs fixing right now. There is a reason that there is this kind of animosity still in Los Angeles, and you can't just erase the past like an Etch-a-Sketch. So there has to be this kind of fundamental systemic change. And I'm getting right back to it, that until junior officers have a right and a duty to stop senior officers when they cross the line, we're not going to solve these problems.
Hey, I'm Jerome Trammell. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia right now. Law enforcement is being videotaped and they're being watched by large crowds, and they're still using excessive force. We have to defund the police. We have to stop supporting organizations that don't support us. TMZ, y'all are one of them. Y'all post about Black culture all the time, but y'all are silent when it comes to supporting the Black community. So within 24 hours, can y'all donate $150,000 to Black organizations that will help the Black community that y'all love to post about, that y'all love to make money off of? Can y'all do that for us?
Well, look, I'm going to tell you something. If you go to our website today, you are going to see a complete homepage takeover of TMZ, which is the start of a campaign to get people to vote. Just so you know, and I am not one to talk about, how much money we contribute, but that, we have eliminated our ads, and we're going to continue doing this because it's important. And we're starting out with that because unless we get people to vote and unless they vote for changes, we're never going to get anything. And we are fully committed to that. And we're working with vote.org, and that's just the beginning. So we're going to be doing a lot. And we are in this, and we are really going to try and do our part to make things better.